What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talk ENT here again with another one. Make sure you hit that like, sub, comment, notification. Whole 9 yards. You know the deal, you know the drill. Uh, whole lines den up in this bitch, man. LDBC all day. Represent. Look, man, there should be no kind of quit in your vocabulary at all. This ain't nothing that you need to Google or look up or you can seek advice too. You can seek all the advice that you want to on you not quitting. But until you have that belief in yourself not to give up on what it is that you want to do, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be a quitter, and you're gonna be labeled as a quitter. If somebody in your family finds out you quit at something, you're gonna be labeled as a quitter. If your friends find out that you quit at something or gave up at something, you're gonna be labeled as a quitter. If your kids find out that you quit at something, you're gonna be labeled as a quitter. What's up with it, Goat? I know you don't, man. Y'all go subscribe to that boy quick. Goat Mike. He ain't no quitter at all himself. Go subscribe to my boy Goat Mike channel. Goat Mike, man. Hopefully you pull up one of these days, man. Hopefully you pull up one of these days, man. I hadn't heard from you in a minute though, but shout out to Goat Mike, man, doing this thing out there. Um, if you if you quit, like I said, everybody around you gonna know you as a quitter, and that's not something that you want to be known for. You want to be known as a person that had a never say die attitude. Sis, man, if there's something that you want to fight for and that you truly want, fight for it, man. You don't sit down on the couch. I mean, literally and figuratively speaking. I swear, you got a lot of people out here that give up on everything. They give up on their marriages. They give up on parenting. They give up on their business. They give up. They give up being. They give up on being on social media. Or they give up on being a content creator. They give up on being an athlete. They give up on working out. Be like, oh well, I haven't lost enough weight, man. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give up. No, you have to realize that it took you that much time to add that weight to you. So it's gonna take that much time for you to get that weight up off of you. It's not an overnight process. And then you hit that wall, and then guess what? Then you give up. A lot of our people, we suffer from that. We suffer and giving up. You start something for a while, and guess what? You never finish. You never finish. If you're gonna, if you dropped out of school or you quit school, go back, go finish that. If you got a marriage that you're fighting for, now that everybody wants to put the Currys under a microscope and all this other stuff, but they still are human beings. Whether you want to believe it or not, they're human beings. How do you know that one of them never tried to quit or didn't fight for their marriage? But if you got a marriage out there that you truly want, you love that woman, you love that man, go fight for it. And if it don't work, then you know you did all that you could do. But if you know that there's just a little bit of hope into what that situation could possibly turn around to be, go fight for it. You want to go to the NBA, man? You're 30 years old, but you feel like you still can go. Go work out and go work out harder than everybody else. It don't matter what age. Stop looking at your age and stop quitting. You want to be a professional, whatever it is, a professional singer, professional rapper, a boxer. You know what I'm saying? You want to, be involved. You want to move up in the corporation, but you looking at yourself and people telling you stuff and trying to dismiss what you have to say, trying to dismiss your talent, trying to throw your talent under the bus. Don't quit. Fight even harder for it. But see, the longer that you have that quit mindset in your vocabulary, as long as you tell yourself, "I can't do it," it's never going to work, and you're going to be completely destroyed. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. My abs back. I already have a six pack. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. What's up, PSN? Man, PSN, man, he checkmated me. I give a shout out to PSN. He checkmated me on Luca, man, and Giannis. He checkmated it. I gotta give hands down to PSN, man. He tried to tell me, but I didn't listen. I was naive. So shout out to PSN. Go check his channel out. He does a lot of gaming. I wanted to say this too about Goat Mike too. Goat Mike, I keep telling Goat Mike I wanted to get with Goat Mike and actually work out with him and do something with him on the surface as far as working out. Goat might be working out. Goat might, his journey. If you go check out his podcast, he got an unbelievable journey on where he's came from and to where he's at now. So if y'all talking about fitness, nutrition, and everything, Goat Mike is the gym. Okay, that dude, he don't never stop working out. Uh, but this is what I'm saying, man. Anything that you're trying to do out there, you can't have any type of quit in your vocabulary. I don't care what it is. If there's a female that you want and she not giving you the time of day, man, you don't quit on that. Now I'm not saying be a bugaboo or you know uh swelter her or anything like that, but you that means you have to step your game up and probably go for someone else. So then next thing you know, then all of a sudden, then she gonna somehow make her way to be seen, and for you to gather her, grab her attention. You understand what I'm saying? She gonna try to get your attention. At first, you were trying to get her attention, but then the table's gonna turn. She gonna try to get your attention. She gonna try to get your attention. You understand what I'm saying? What's up, Mr. U? I see you in the building. You can't have that quit. If there's a car that you need to get, if you're walking right now and you're trying to get a car, you're trying to get a better car, work for it. It's gonna be hard. You might have to Uber for a little bit. You might have to Lyft for a little bit. You might have to catch the bus, public transportation. But see, what you don't realize is that it don't stop there. Hashtag Clarence Witherspoon with the mushroom jacket and boomerang. It don't stop there. You still gotta continue. When you become successful, your work don't stop. Yeah, I'm talking about the people that's successful too. Even though that you made it, guess what? There's people that are successful that quit. Nah, you're not supposed to do that. Why you think a lot of these and I'm referencing it to sports again. Why do you think a lot of these NBA players, the NFL players, they retire and then they'll live a couple years, then they become depressed. They become they turn to alcohol They turn to drugs. They start getting into crime, and they become bankrupt or broke. No, you have to, after you get done, you got to be a Jerry West and get right into the front office and do what you do and be just as successful as you was probably on the court. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to invest in businesses and be able to do something right, uh, right at the level that you were doing it just as much as you were on the court. Like look at Vince Young. Hey, he said he wasn't successful on in NFL, but guess what he ended up doing? He ended up investing in a restaurant into a steakhouse, and guess what? He became successful at it. He never quit. Look at Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow getting cut from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and guess what? He still got to the bag and went with clean juice and signed a deal with them and became high up in the management in the company. You can't quit. It don't matter. And Tim Tebow stay getting cut, stay getting told that he can't do this or he can't do that. He can't throw. He can't do this. He can't do that. But he never gave up. He never gave up. Every morning you get up, man. You tell yourself you can do it. It might seem cheesy, but guess what? It's gonna help you because somebody else might be ready to quit. There's CEOs and CEOs out there and business owners that are all ready to stop, all ready to quit. Some of them have already quit. But just being around their presence, that young person that comes around them hungry, ready to get to where they at, you might inspire them. You might motivate them. Your attitude is contagious. If you have that in your vocabulary to quit, guess what? If you the man of the house, or you the man of your family, or you even the woman of your family, and you have that attitude, oh, I'm gonna quit at this, I'm gonna quit at that. Guess what? Guess what you've done? You planted a seed in the people around you. You planted a seed in your kids. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot have any type of quit in your blood. And listen, you can sit up here and try to fake the funk all day, but people gonna be able to read you. People gonna be able to tell if you got work ethic or not. People gonna be able to tell if you don't give up that easy or not. It's a contagious type of attitude that you could read. I don't want anybody around me that's ready to give up, that's ready to hang their head down, to hang up this or hang up that or throw something down. If you throw something down around me, it better be out of anger, and you better pick that motherfucker back up. You understand? There's nothing wrong with being a little angry or frustrated because you didn't accomplish something at that juncture. But don't let it defeat you. Come back, go back to the drawing board, whatever you're doing, and come back even better. You might have to do it 1,000 times. That's why in basketball, what they say, 1,000 hours. You might have to do it again and again and again and again, and it might seem like you're not going. It might seem insanity doing it over and over till you get no results. But that's when you have to change it up. You got to change it up. You have to change it up. Being persistent, being persistent is not always just straight repetition all the time. Repetition is not always doing the same thing over and over and over again. If that makes any sense, like you could do it over and over again, but you just might have to tweak some things along the process, but you're still doing the same, uh, the same craft or the same work habit. It's just, but see, some people they get exhausted by that. All it is just exhaustion. You just exhausted mentally. You probably exhausted physically. And for your women out there, of course, y'all become very vulnerable to e- emotional exhaustion because females are emotional creatures. Why you think so many women, they they give up, on their family. A lot of they talk about a lot of men doing it. No, there's a lot of women that give up on their family too because they become emotionally exhausted. They just become physically broken down. Or they say, okay, well, I don't look the way that I used to. I used to walk around, these guys, they always used to look at my body. They always used to stare at my booty. They always used to look at my face. They always would come at me. And now they're not getting the attention that they once did anymore because maybe they had a couple of kids. Maybe they gained a few pounds or something like that. You can't quit in the instance. That's just lack of hope, and that's the driving force of you walking out and giving up on what you want to do. You might see somebody that's younger, prettier, more vibrant than you, or something like that, and then that makes you feel bad, and then you walk up out of the building because you just like, oh man, they're getting more attention than me. No, you can't do that. You gotta be able to handle that. And fellas too, you might see a guy, man. You might be hooping, working all these, working on your game so much, hooping, trying to get better and everything like that. And then you got a guy who comes in from overseas or comes in from college, then he busts your ass. And he gets way more attention than you do. You known as the guy in the gym. You known as the number one player. And then he come in and he busts your ass. And now nobody even want to pick you up on the squad. But what you gonna do? You gonna quit after that? You gonna take up another craft? No, you gonna get even better, especially if you're young. You better get better. You better pick his brain or something. I didn't have polo motivation on here, but this is polo motivation. Every day is polo motivation, bro. You know, every day you should be motivated. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not motivated, get better at it because you need it in these times. Like this video, share it, subscribe. I thank everybody for pulling up. PSN, Goat Mike, of course, goes up to my boy Goat Mike Podcast, Lakers. And Mr. U, I appreciate you, y'all pulling up. Until then, man, it's Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I'm going to get at y'all later.